Welcome to my Crude Calc app. This is the crude oil weight calculator, and this is just a brief run through and rundown on how it works. I'll publish a more detailed description and walkthrough at a later time. Basically, this is the screen that opens up when you start it on your phone. If you look across the top, you can see that there's English and Spanish translations, so it's bilingual. And to the right, there's a little moon and sun for day and night toggles here. So you have a light and dark mode. Each one of these white sections are called cards. So for your top one, you have the gross vehicle weight, and it's color coded, so we'll go ahead and toggle that. Right now it's at or below 58,420 pounds, so the weight is going to display in green. After that threshold, when it hits 58,421 all the way through 80,000 pounds, it will display in white. So I'll go ahead and enter a value here, and there you see it's displayed in white. Okay, and we can change that. Let's add 4,000 pounds to that. 4,001, and you can see that it changed to red. So that means you're over the 84,000 pound limit. So come back here into 80,000. So it'd be 80,001 through 84,000 of display in orange. So green, you're safe on the 58,420 roads. White, you're safe on the U.S. highways, state highways, and interstate up to 80,000 pounds, as long as they're rated for that weight. Once you get into the orange section, that's your overweight permit. And of course, your truck and trailer have to be rated for that weight, not just have a piece of paper in your binder. And obviously red, you're overweight, period, so don't get caught. So you can tap on that blue bar. It says color range legend and collapse it. So right now I'm going to come down to the bottom and hit clear, that red button. And you'll see the next card has truck weight in pounds and then trailer weight. You can just enter the weight there, and it's going to hold that value while you're doing your oil calculations. Or you can hit the saved vehicles bar, that blue bar there with the truck on it, and it's going to open up another window. And towards the bottom, you can see there's a couple of trucks and trailers I have already saved. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So we'll call the next one Unit 102. Okay, and then weight, we'll have a similar weight. Let's see, 17,401. Hit done. So you'll see the little button that says truck has the darker border around it. If you move over, it says trailer. So we're going to save that as truck and then hit the add button. And now you'll see at the bottom under 101, you see truck 102, and it shows you the weight. Now come over here back to the top, hit the trailer button. We're going to save that as 10,501 and hit the done button and hit add. So if you look down here in the other card, oh, you know what? Did I do that right? Let me see. I didn't put the unit number. So trailer 2, T2, done. Now I hit add. And now you see trailer 2 down there. So while we're here, we'll go ahead and see. We can edit. So truck 102, I'm going to hit the edit button. And it pulls back the values there. And you can make whatever changes. and then select update or cancel edit. I'm going to hit cancel edit. Okay, now back to truck 102. I'm going to hit delete. I want to remove that truck. Do you want to delete this vehicle? If it's no, you hit back. If you want to delete it, hit delete just to confirm it. So trailer 2, same thing. I'm going to delete it. Now it's off the saved entries. So over here at the top, back to main calculator. So now you see nothing's selected. So come back to save vehicles. I'm just going to touch on the number 101 on the side of those edit and delete buttons. Takes me right back to the screen. Save vehicles again. Scroll down to T1. Same thing. Now, if you look up at the top, you'll see that your gross vehicle weight is now 27,900 pounds. Okay. Underneath it is the calculation of your truck, trailer, and oil weight. We haven't done any oil calculations, so you're not going to get that yet. Now, as far as the weights on your truck and trailer, there's 3 ways to get them. 1, make it up. It's not going to be accurate, obviously. The next most accurate thing would be get the numbers off of your registration papers that are supposed to be in your binder that you carry in the cab. That's if you don't have, number 3, a weight ticket. Pull that truck onto the scales. Make sure your fuel tank is full. Any hoses, fittings, other accessories, spare tire, anything you possibly are going to carry on that truck, including yourself, before you put a load on it, is going to be the maximum empty weight. This is going to give you the most accurate legal calculation for your weight rating. Okay, and likewise, after you get loaded, take that loaded truck and trailer back, top off your fuel, pull back on the scale, and get your other weight ticket for your loaded truck and trailer. And then that's how you're going to be able to compare this app to your actual scaled weight. Okay, so the next card says load. Notice this all fits on one screen. That's how I have this designed. So load, I'm just going to put some simple figures in here. Your gravity is going to be 50, your temp 82, BS&W 0.1, and hit next, and now your total barrels loaded. You can take this off the barrel counter on your trailer if it's accurate, or if you know how to compensate for the inaccuracy. Or you can hit the done button, come to the bottom right, storage tank calculator. So here on the back side, pull that up. You're going to put your top bottom gauge or your barrels and back gauge it accordingly. But at the very top, it has selected tank. I have as a default the 420 size tank, 400 barrels, 20 foot. I'm going to hit that drop down menu, that little down arrow. And these are, I guess you could say, hardwired into the code all the way down to 1,000 barrels. Now, if you look, it says your saved tank. Okay, that's under where it says custom tank at the bottom. I saved this 1,000 barrel tank to go along with the one that's already in the app. If you'll notice, the 30 foot on the bottom is different than the 31.77 feet at the top. And that definitely is going to make a difference when you're doing your top and bottom gauges. So there will be a tag generally, depending on how old the tank is or if it's painted over, on the back side of the storage tank that's going to give you your nominal diameter and the tank height and the capacity. It's even going to give you the thickness of the shell and the floor. And so basically that diameter is going to be the footprint on the outside diameter of the tank. And that's why you'll see variances from tank to tank. So while we're here on this screen, I'm going to select custom tank at the bottom. Now I can just make up some numbers, but we'll just use the standard height of 20 feet. Hit done. Diameter 12 feet. Done. Now you'll see there it says 402.9. That's the actual barrel capacity of the tank. Now taking into account the thickness of the shell, right? Now there's a rounding factor in this app for some of these calculations, but I try to have it as precise for our industry that we need to use. So I guess I'll go ahead and hit save tank just to show you. Okay. Now it gives you the option to delete there. But what we're going to do is come back up to the top. It says select tank. Well, it has the one we just saved. I'm going to select that. In the drop-down list, now we have the 1,000 barrel tank and the 402.9 barrel tank. So I can either select it at the very bottom or just back at the top where it's already selected. So there it is. Now I'm going to delete this because I don't need it in there. And it's just a confirmation delete. Yes, delete. So now it goes back to our default 420. Now, let's just say we're doing some calculations at the bottom, or we're doing a 210,